if anyone says or shows you that you are too much for them, God has a lot more for you. I was at a restaurant and this boy approached me for my social media. I replied to him, I only date men of God. He assured me he was one. I followed him back on Instagram. Fast forward, we're now in a terrible place. I found out small things like he never knew what that biblical quote in his bio meant, and when he would count my answers, I found out small things like he never knew what that biblical quote in his bio meant, and he would count my answers to his questions about God as Bible study. So you see why I made sure to worship for the both of us in church. In church, I would be there with prophets surrounding me, getting words spoke over me to let go, and preachers casting out our ungodly soul ties. Honestly, I'd go home and his soul would be where mine lied. At night, he would disturb my spirit to feed his flesh, and I fed him. Despite me having anxiety for dinner, I thought his lust had become love when I attempted to have depression for sleep, and he would wake me up to put me in a better position, but really it was just his favorite position. Ah, my favorite trauma bond. I'm abstinent now, and when I had tried to be then, it was a challenge to him. Because while you think this boy would choose to love me for my mind, nah. He would go around trying to find head from other places, and you know, I said to him, am I not your missing rib? He thought I was talking about barbecue. This boy wasn't a man of his word, or the word. Letters were more of his thing. But to continue to submit to him would be like to continue to submit to PTSD. He wanted my forgiveness, but hadn't even repented. Wanted my body before I could have consented. I told him this is a temple, and all of a sudden, y'all, he wanted to pray. This boy wasn't God sent. In fact, he came to destroy me. Answered prayers can be from hell. He might have been as well. I could never tell him that's where he's going, though, because I could never wish him the worst. Whenever time he left me out to dry, God watered me to grow. And he taught me a huge lesson, I know, to not tolerate anyone smaller than me ever again. Matthew 10:31. Blessings.